What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Now, we're going to be talking about the Madden 22 cover athlete leak, the tease, whatever you want to call it, what EA Sports put out. Pretty much, it's a really quick, guest video, 30 seconds, the barn, they're talking about the GOATs. You got the other running back, Peyton Hillis, come out, talking about they did it again. It's a bunch of foolishness going on. I'm not really excited about that. What we're going to talk about, though, is the last time that there were two athletes on the cover, I believe it was Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu in Madden 10. So some of you guys are asking me, Gmia, who is the cover athlete going to be, or cover athletes, because it's two GOATs. All right, now, the guy that you're looking at right there, Aaron Rodgers, he's out. Okay, there were rumors and there was speculation that they wanted to use him, but because of the fight that he's having with the Packers, they went away from it. Those were all rumors. But Aaron Rodgers is no GOAT. And, pretty much you can't give that to him. All right, no matter what you guys want to say, you just can't give it to him, right? Realistically speaking. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to tell you guys who it can't be. It can't be that guy. It's not going to be what you guys thought, Derrick Henry, because of number 22. All the stuff that you Tennessee Titan fans were talking about. It's not going to happen. If you're saying GOAT, and you're saying GOAT in 2021, Tom Brady has to be in there, right? Regardless if you like Tom Brady or not, it doesn't really matter. This is not the debate, Tom Brady's garbage. A lot of you guys gonna hate, you're not a Patriots fan, so you're like, this dude is trash. We know that that's not true, right? So realistically, what the situation is right now, we have to understand, if it's two GOATs and one of them slightly look bigger than the other, I guess you're probably gonna say that it's gonna be two, the young GOAT and the future GOAT. So when you look at Tom Brady, right, I don't know if people have accepted yet that he is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. And the reason that I'm going to tell you, it has nothing to do with the fact that, Joe Montana, what was he, 4-0? A lot of people say, yeah, but he has losses. But let me just go ahead and break this down, right? Even if you want to blame Bill Belichick for Spygate, Bountygate, all kinds of gates with the gate, or whatever you want to do, and you want to say Tom Brady benefited from the Tuck rule with the Raiders, I totally agree with that, by the way. And if they don't give Tom Brady that call, I believe history has changed, because I don't know if Bill Belichick believed in him enough to continue, but we'll never know. But he got the Tuck rule. He got a lot of stuff that's been going on. Regardless of the situation, the man has 7 rings. To win a Super Bowl in the NFL, it's so hard to do it. And the man has 7. So it's there's franchises that have a total of 7. This man by himself got 7. So you can argue however you want. And I love to hear, like I said, I want to see some of you guys, what are your best guesses for who the cover athlete's going to be? But when you're looking at GOATs, you have to primarily understand what's the first thing that comes to mind. If somebody says the GOAT of the NFL, if you're going to just say the GOAT and you're talking NFL and it's correlated, most people are going to think LT right away, LT, Deion Sanders, when you think of GOATs, but those are positions, right? Those are for me, the greatest linebacker ever is LT, but you can also make an argument that he's the greatest player. It's kind of weird. Deion Sanders, the best cornerback. You don't ever hear Deion getting the greatest player though of all time. You more likely, for most people, even the old school, they bring up Lawrence Taylor, because Lawrence Taylor made the left tackle position famous because he was just a monster. But currently, right now, when we're looking at GOATs and we think GOAT in the NFL, we got to go with Tom Brady. Now, it's 2 of them, right? So, would it be offense and defense? Now, look, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because some of you guys are guessing Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, right? Gmia, it has to be that, right? I don't know if they would give us 2 offensive players. So this is where it gets kind of interesting, where, you got to follow me, see where I'm going with this, right? Patrick Mahomes, I don't think anybody doubts the fact that he played a Super Bowl without his O-line being in there, and obviously we got to see how important an O-line is, because many of you guys didn't understand what was going on. And I told you, I said, bro, this guy's O-line is not healthy, and the Buccaneers are looking like complete coyotes looking at meat, bruh. And as soon as he hiked the ball, they're in the backfield. No matter what your skill set is, you're not going to survive that situation. And the Bucs are playing out of their minds. But that doesn't take away from what this young man has been able to do in his young career. So I would assume, right, most people will give me that nod, if I was going to say a future GOAT right now, we would probably lean on Patrick Mahomes. But why would you put 2 quarterbacks on the cover? That wouldn't make any sense. Obviously, it was Larry Fitzgerald, Troy Polamalu, offense, defense, right? Like, that's the way you would look at it. And realistically, it would kind of make sense that they would do the same thing again because history repeats itself. So I would think offense and defense. Now, if they do like the 2 quarterback system, usually what happens with Madden, they base the way the gameplay is going to feel on the cover athlete. Like Lamar Jackson being on the cover, you knew rollout corners were coming back. You knew he was going to be running around and weird stuff going on because he's on the cover, and that's what we got. Dudes roll out, throw the ball right at your face, and it's a dot, right? Now, think about it this way. If you put Tom Brady, who has a completely different skill set, and then Patrick Mahomes with a completely different skill set on the cover, what would the gameplay resemble? What are you going to give everybody? Like the dual chems back? Like, how are you going to work at EA? Like, what is the mindset behind it? Or you can make it when you're saying 2 GOATs. If you're talking current and you're saying one now is the GOAT and somebody's the future GOAT, would we think of Aaron Donald? Like, is he going to be a guy? See, this is where it gets crazy because I don't know who else has been as dominant as Aaron Donald in the current NFL over the last however many years. You know what I'm saying? Like, who has been more dominant defensively? I can't, like, logically speaking, I can't think of one person that scares quarterbacks more than Aaron Donald, you know, in this current time. And obviously, J.J. Watt's been injured. You know, he had those Defensive Player of the Years early in his career. He was dominant, whatever. But Aaron Donald is a guy that I think people know you have to double team. I don't think, for the most part, that I've seen Aaron Donald get single coverage, like you know, single assignments, where it's just like, all right, the guard, you got him. The tackle, you got him. The center, you got him. You're not stopping him one-on-one. Now, when we're saying GOAT status, he doesn't have a ring. So that's where I pull back. I'm like, all right, the dude don't got a ring, and he, you know, he had a chance last year, but it didn't work out. Dude was a little bit hurt, whatever, banged up. He was crying on the sideline. Whatever it is, bro. But when a guy like that's crying, you know, you got to be careful because he might come back even worse and smash you up next year. But he's been consistently good. But future GOAT? No. Who else defensively do you think about that's a current player? So this is where I'm going with it, right? Why don't you go historically and put LT with Tom Brady? Because it's 2 GOATs. Because you can't really justify the young GOAT, the old GOAT, like I said, like the combination, like I don't think 2 offensive players would make it as appealing. You know, and I think that you would have to go legendary because I'm thinking in my head, like I've been thinking all day. And for those of you guys that joined me early morning with the stream, shout out to you guys. We are going to make it a habit of streaming on YouTube every morning going forward. So if you guys are members of the channel, you can look in the description box, click that link, become a member for as low as $1.99. If you have any kind of questions building up to 22, you know, you can ask it during those streams, or you can leave your comments afterwards because the globes show up. Now EA makes it be, you know, it be seen. So if you're a member, you will get your questions answered. I'm pretty sure my team will get that to me, or, you know, people will answer it for you in the community. But I don't really see another way around this, guys. Realistically speaking, bro, guys, do me a favor. Please do me this favor. Who has been more dominant than Aaron Donald in the last 5 years defensively? Like, if you had to guess, or you're gonna do research, some of you guys are really crazy statisticians. Who has been a better defensive player over the last 5 years? And the reason that we're using Tom Brady is one, like, it has to be GOAT because we know he has 7 Super Bowls, so that's GOAT status. But who else has done something like that? There has been no repeating of the Super Bowl over the last, I would say, what, last 5 years or whatever, has it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think so. Or maybe I'm missing something. There's been no, you know, we thought that, you know, Patrick Mahomes was going to be able to do something. He didn't get to get it done. So, you know, you had the Eagles in there. The Patriots got one. The Bucks just got one. You know, so I don't know realistically how we can correlate the 2 GOAT situation. But those are the two. These 2 guys, if you guys want to debate that future GOAT and current GOAT, you know, maybe like a passing of the throne, but it would be in EA's best interest to probably use a legend if they were going to do it that way. Because the greatest NFL players, right? It's very, very hard to go ahead and say it without having Tom Brady in it. And that's what my debate is. You don't have to care, you know, oh, bro, the Patriots cheated. You don't have to care about it, but you have to respect greatness. So I'm not asking you guys to like Tom Brady if you don't. What I'm saying is 7 Super Bowl rings is 7 Super Bowl rings. And it's very, like, in my opinion, football is way harder to you know, win championships. Because you got, like, look, dude, you got the one chance, you done. So, like, listen, playoffs, bam, it's over. NBA, you know, those extra games, you know, 7-game series, cool. It's very, very difficult. You having that one bad day, it's over. It's completely over. So I'm gonna dig in with Tom Brady. I'm digging in. All right, guys, completely digging in with Tom Brady. That's what I'm doing. I would love to know what you're thinking about that. Give me your best bets. And then what we'll do is they're going to release it on Thursday. We'll come back to this and we'll look at the video comments and see what was going on. And we're just predicting it. But I'm digging in, you know, like, hey, both feet, Tom Brady. I don't want to go Patrick Mahomes. I would say, you know, if we're staying current players, I would say as of late, Aaron Donald. I can't think of anybody else. I wouldn't put Revis there. You know, for those of you guys, like, even though he's still retired, but he's one of the more recent. I wouldn't put, like, it's a lot of players, like, I wouldn't put them there. Because when you're talking GOAT, like, GOAT is heavy duty. I would love to see Randy Moss, you know, there. I would love to see, you know, Deion Sanders, LT. But realistically, those are just players that I actually like. Lawrence Taylor, though, I don't think anybody would complain if Lawrence Taylor's on the cover. So maybe Tom Brady, Lawrence Taylor. If it's not going to be a legend, Aaron Donald, and Tom Brady. I just feel that Tom Brady's going to be there. And I don't care. What was he on? Madden 18? Yeah, I think it was 18 he was on. I can't remember. I think it was 18. But it doesn't matter what he was on. I know he's been on a, you know, he was on a cover recently, but he still did something that's kind of ridiculous by leaving the Patriots and winning a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. So I wouldn't be mad at seeing him again. All right? Give me your best guesses. Let's talk about it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a good one. One love, y'all.